Washington, D.C. bubble, the Beltway bubble. I talk about what I call the Amtrak corridor bubble, which is that New York to Washington, D.C. Part where sometimes it feels like that's the only part of our world that we think about, and that's Wall Street and Washington, which, of course, the nexus of which dominates everything these days. And it just sort of started, this isn't a new thing to have reporters solicit ideas out there from the public, but it started just hearing questions from my mom and some friends out there who aren't very politically attuned, asking various things about the president's housing plan to me, or asking about various things about the economic bailout, and saying, well, what about this and what about that? And I'm thinking, well, you know what, this press conference tomorrow night, we better be asking questions that people are sitting there watching on TV going, boy, I hope they ask my question. I hope they ask what I'm curious about. The
president certainly thinks that people are hearing him and able to hear him through all sorts of non-traditional venues. That big list of all those things that he's done recently, he knows that he can connect with people in a regular way. But I was struck at the town hall meetings that he did in California last week that he didn't get asked any questions about the AIG bonuses, and that was really at the height of the AIG bonus anger. I wonder if you think that that's sort of a demonstration of this disconnect between in the Amtrak corridor and out of it, in the Beltway and out of it.
Well, it's possible. I mean, one caveat to what happened last week, Rachel, is that at the beginning of both town halls, he did address the AIG issue up front, almost as if to take away a question. And actually in that same vein, tonight the president has taken away a potential question tomorrow night when he announced he announced potential picks for 3 of the top 4 posts at the Treasury Department. That's been an ongoing issue. Where's the help for Treasury Secretary Geithner? Well, they've announced 3 appointments of the top 4 positions underneath Secretary Geithner, and therefore taking away a question. So I do think that might have helped quiet down a potential question last week from the town hall folks.
In terms of what you posted on First Read at MSNBC.com and what you posted on Newsvine, what kind of response are you getting so far? Is there a theme as to what people are asking you to ask the president?
Well, I mean, I sort of, it's sort of like Olympic scoring, right? You throw out the high and you throw out the low. In this case, you throw out the left and you throw out the right. There's some very partisan suggestions of some questions that, either both overly love or overly hate in what they want to have asked. But the theme that I've noticed, and it goes to what I was hinting at earlier in an answer, which is, hey, I've seen this housing plan, I've seen this bank plan, here's my situation. And so it's a lot of people that share their situation. I'm making my mortgage payment, but my house isn't worth that much. I still have a job, but I might get laid off tomorrow. My IRA or my retirement plan is worth 20% of what it was. I might be retiring in the next 4 years. Now I can't. It's a very similar questions all about, or I'm not under the age of 30 and I can't get this tuition assistance